You know how you ask a simple question, but the answers you get are just all over the place? A total mess? Well, today we're going on a little journey. We're going to take one of those messy questions and, step by step, turn it into an answer that's crystal clear.
And it all starts right here. Which movie genre is truly the most popular? I bet you have an answer in your head right now. I do too, but so does everybody else. So, how do we take all those different opinions and find the one real answer? Well, that's the mystery we're about to solve.
So, before we can even start to find the answer, we need to understand what we're working with. When we go out and collect all those opinions, what do we even call that stuff? That's the first piece of our puzzle: data.
Now, the key word here is raw. It's super important. When you ask people their favorite genre, you don't get a perfect spreadsheet. You get a jumble of words: comedy, sci-fi, action, romance, another comedy. That chaotic mix of facts is your data. It's the messy starting line for finding an answer.
Here's the best way to think about it. Imagine dumping a giant tub of Legos all over the floor. Right now, it's just a colorful, chaotic pile. You know there's a spaceship or a castle hiding in there somewhere, but at this stage, it's just noise. That's raw data.
Okay, so if data is our pile of Lego bricks, how do we get those bricks in the first place? We have to go out and collect them. It's time to put on our detective hats because we're about to go on the hunt for clues to solve our movie mystery.
As a data detective, you've got two main tools in your belt. You could use direct observation, like sitting in a theater and just counting how many people go into each movie. But for our question, a survey is way better. It just means we're going to ask a really clear question and write down exactly what people say.
And running a survey is way simpler than you might think. First, have a crystal clear question, like, what's your single favorite movie genre? No confusion. Step 2, ask your friends, your family, whoever. And step 3, and this is huge, you have to record every single answer just as you hear it. Don't filter it, don't summarize it, just capture that raw data.
All right, detective work is done. We have our big, messy pile of clues. Now for the really cool part. This is the magic trick. This is where we take that jumbled mess of information and actually start to make some sense of it all. And wow, look at this. This is what we've got. Just a long, confusing stream of words. Seriously, try to find the most popular one just by looking at that. It's tough, right? Your eyes just kind of glaze over. This right here is the problem of unorganized data.
So what's the solution? Enter the frequency table. This thing is our secret weapon. We just list out our categories, our genres, then for every answer we got, we make one little tally mark. And you know the system: 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bam, number 5 slashes across the group. It makes counting everything up at the end so much faster and more accurate.
And that really is the main idea here. You just can't skip this. You could have the best data in the world, but if it's not organized, it's totally useless. It's just noise. This is the step that turns all that chaos into order, and it gets us ready for the final reveal.
Okay, deep breath. Our data is clean, it's counted, it's organized. We are in the home stretch, and this is the most exciting part. We're about to take these numbers and turn them into a picture, a visual story that's going to reveal the answer to our question in a single glance.
Now, one really fun way to visualize data is with something called a pictograph. Instead of numbers, we use symbols. For our movie survey, what's better than little popcorn icons? The more popcorn a genre has next to it, the more popular it is. It's a super simple, visual way to see who's winning.
But, and this is a huge but, with pictographs, there is one golden rule you can never ever break. Before you even look at the pictures, you have to look at the key. Does one popcorn icon equal 1 vote? Or maybe it equals 10 votes. The key changes the entire story, so please, always, always, always check the key first.
For an even more powerful way to compare things, though, the bar graph is king. Think of it like a recipe with 4 essential ingredients. You absolutely need a clear title, so we know what we're looking at. You need labeled axes, the lines at the bottom and the side. You need a consistent scale, so the comparison is fair. And of course, you need the bars themselves to tell the story.
So let's take one last look at our beautiful, organized data. We have our genres, we have our final counts, everything is ready to go. We are about to plug this clean data into our bar graph structure and see what story it tells us.
And there it is, the aha moment. Instantly, your eyes are just drawn to the tallest bar. There's no counting, no comparing numbers anymore. The picture tells the entire story in a split second. In our survey, comedy is the undisputed winner, and that is the power of turning organized data into a clear visual.
So, what did we really learn on our journey today? Let's boil it down to a few pro tips. First, always start with a clear question. Second, never try to analyze messy data. Organize it first. And finally, when you do make a graph, make sure your titles, your labels, and your scale are super clear. Get those right, and you're golden.
We started with a simple question, and we followed a process, from a bunch of chaotic answers to a neat little table, and finally, to a clear, simple chart that told the whole story. This process isn't just for movie genres, it's for literally everything. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. Now that you know the process, what stories are hiding in the numbers all around you just waiting to be told?